After explaining the actual purpose of verse to Advaita, Vishvambara is the door of devotional service. Since the so-called descendants of Sri Advaita and their followers have a perverted conception about Advaita Prabhu's actual identity, they cannot understand that he is conversant with the teachings of Sri Chaitanya. They fall from the platform of devotional service by taking shelter of Mayavada philosophy, and they preach that the non-devotional activities of karma and jnana are the purport of Bhagavad Gita. Sri Chaitanya Deva accepted Sri Advaita Prabhu as an intimate devotee and instructed him, but he closed the door of Krishna's devotional service to Advaita's so-called descendants and their fallen followers, and drowned them in the well of Mayavada philosophy, thereby converting them into samattas, so that they could enjoy happiness and distress in the kingdom of fruitful activities. Even today, those persons who desire to be identified as descendants of Advaita have a strong inclination for fruitful activities and Mayavada philosophy. Therefore, it is to be understood that they are situated outside the closed door of the temple of the Lord's service, rather than engaged on the path of devotional service. Lord Vishvambara raised his arms and said, "Everyone look at me and ask for any benediction you desire." Hearing the Lord's words, everyone became jubilant and asked for a benediction according to their desire. Advaita said, "O Lord, my desire is that you bestow mercy on the foolish, wretched, and fallen persons." When Sri Gaurasundara desired to award the benedictions, Sri Advaita prayed that Sri Chaitanya Deva's mercy should be distributed among persons who are devoid of learning, aristocracy, and wealth. Someone said, "My father does not allow me to come. Please give me the benediction that his heart may change." One person prayed, "My well-wishing guardian father has forbidden me to advance on the path of devotional service. Please give me the benediction that his mind may change and he will not place obstacles on the path of my cultivation of Krishna consciousness." According to their attachment, various devotees requested benedictions for their disciple, son, wife, or servant. Someone said, "May I develop a devotion for my spiritual master." In this way, they all requested benedictions according to their reasoning. Someone prayed for a benediction as follows: "Let my disciple, my son, my wife, and my servants be eager to serve you." Someone else said, "Let my propensity to serve the lotus feet of my spiritual master increase." Their asking for various benedictions was approved by their respective intelligence and reasoning. Lord Vishvambara, who makes the words of his devotees true, smiled as he gave benedictions to everyone. Mukunda was sitting behind a curtain. He had no power to come before the Lord. The word antapata, anta situated within curtain, means an interior curtain. Mukunda was a great devotee and dear to everyone. He was well conversant with the background of everyone. The Lord would always listen whenever he would chant. No one could understand why he was being punished. The Lord did not call him, so he could not come. Everyone felt distress on seeing this. Srivasa said, O Lord of the universe, please listen. How has Mukunda offended you? Mukunda is dear to you, and he is the life of us all, whose heart does not melt on hearing Mukunda sing. He is attached to devotional service and is always careful, yet without seeing any fault in him, you dishonor him. If he has actually committed an offense, then punish him. But why should you neglect your servant? He cannot come before you unless you call him. Therefore, O Lord, please call him so that he can see you. The Lord replied, Do not speak such words again. Don't ever speak to me on that fellow's behalf. Srivasa requested the Lord to call Mukunda before him. In reply to this, the Lord said in anger, Don't ever request me to bestow mercy on him. You have heard before the saying, sometimes he takes a straw in his hands, and sometimes he takes a stick. This applies to this fellow, yet none of you have recognized him. Sometimes he takes a straw in his teeth, and sometimes he beats with a stick. Therefore, this straw stick holder cannot see me. Sometimes Mukunda holds a straw between his teeth to express his humility, and sometimes he attacks me according to his consideration. His one hand is on my feet, and his other hand is on my neck. Whenever it suits him, he becomes my subordinate, and at other times he blasphemes me. Mukunda is a synthesizer. He identifies himself according to what suits him and thus invites his own inauspiciousness. Therefore, I do not feel like giving any benediction to him. Sometimes he discusses the book Yoga Vasishita with Advaita and supports the Mayavada philosophy. And sometimes he gives up the Mayavada philosophy and expresses humility in the attempt to cultivate Krishna consciousness. When I instruct others to always chant the names of Hari by becoming more humble than a blade of grass, more tolerant than a tree, ready to offer all respect to others, and not expecting respect for oneself, then considering himself a servant of Advaita, Mukunda desires to become one with Brahman, gives up the quality of tolerance, and supports the philosophy of Yoga Vasishita, which is a misinterpretation of Vedanta. Moreover, with a desire to sit among the Vaishnavas, he pretends to be decorated with the humility of an exalted devotee, and thus identifies himself as a devotee. The speaker Srivasa spoke again to the Lord, who is qualified to understand your prowess. We do not find any fault in Mukunda. Your lotus feet, which award fearlessness, are witness of this fact. Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. The Lord said, wherever this fellow goes, he mingles with the persons there and speaks like one of them. When he studies Yoga Vasishita in Advaita's association, He takes us joy in his teeth, and sings and dances in a devotional mood. When he mingles with another sampradaya, he constantly beats me with a stick by not accepting devotional service. When Mukunda mingles with the Mayavadis, he denies the eternity of devotional service and attacks the devotees in a battle of argument. The word Sambhaya means enters. The phrase Anya Sampradaya refers to the Mayavada Sampradaya. Anyone who explains there is something superior to devotional service constantly beats me with a stick. Those who consider that karma, jnana, yoga, and Vedic study are equal to or greater than devotional service are beating me. The word jati means stick. There is a community in Punjab known as Jata who carry sticks in their hands. Later on, many of them entered the disciplic succession founded by Guru Nanak. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. He has committed an offense against the devotional service. Therefore, he cannot see me. Those who engage in karma, jnana, yoga, and austerities are unable to understand the actual nature of devotional service and commit offenses at the feet of Bhakti Devi. The devotees of the Lord do not give their association to such offenders. Therefore, I also cannot tolerate any karmis or mayavadis. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna. So we just did some reading, and the main point about this book is that material world is full of suffering, and everyone is distressed by loneliness and unsatisfaction and lack of meaning for life. So to become happy, we should have knowledge, essential knowledge about life. Otherwise, no one will be happy in this material world. Material world means people have no love and no connection with anyone. Every type of relationship in the material world is troublesome, and people are only looking for superficial happiness. They don't care about other persons. That's why to have knowledge is very important, so we can become truly happy. This world is not a place to look for happiness. It's like a fish. Can a fish be happy in the desert? It's not possible. A fish can only be happy when the fish is in the ocean, in the water. So similarly, we as souls, spiritual beings, we cannot be happy in this material world. Material world is like a desert for a fish, and we belong to the spiritual world. Spiritual world is full of happiness. Like we have this body. The body is not the self. The body is like a cage, and the self is like a bird inside the cage. So the bird of the soul wants freedom, wants to come out of the cage of this body. So similarly, we as human beings and spiritual beings, we are looking for happiness, but we are looking in the wrong place. Material world, there's no happiness. So How do we go back to spiritual world? That's the question. Spiritual world is it is by purification, by chanting, meditation, specifically by chanting the Maha Mantra, Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. So the full mantra is Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So by chanting this mantra, we can become happy and qualified to go back to spiritual world. Because the material world means disease, old age, death, and birth again. Everyone is becoming old. Everyone will become sick. And eventually, everyone will die. But we don't want to die, and we don't want to be sick. We don't want to be diseased. So, what's the solution for all these seemingly unsolvable problems of life? The solution is to have good association and to have transcendental spiritual knowledge and daily practice. So it's about application as well. It's not just theoretical. So knowledge and applied wisdom and knowledge that can help everyone to become happy and go back to our original home, which is spiritual by nature. Material world means up and down. Sometimes we are happy, sometimes we are not happy. Sometimes we have a good relationship with the family, with the friends, and sometimes we have no family members and we have no friends. So that is everyone's material situation. It's up and down, sometimes good, sometimes not good. So to overcome this duality, we should go back to spiritual world. That's why we have this channel. This channel is a special channel. It's not like a mundane material channel to entertain people, because entertainment is not satisfying to the heart. Entertainment basically it's only agitating the mind and agitating our material sentiments. The real happiness is must be on the spiritual platform, so we can become happy. So every day we should remember and have some listening and some association with the selfless, with the wise persons, so that can help us to become truly happy. And materially, that means everyone is controlled by material modes. Material world will have three modes or three ropes that bind everyone. One rope is called passion, and second rope is called ignorance or darkness, and the third type of rope is goodness. So sometimes we are passionate. We want to have lots of possessions. We want to have lots of money. We want to be famous. And that is passion. And sometimes we are foolish, very foolish. We do lots of silly things like intoxication, killing animal, eating meat, and harm other living entities, and oversleeping, overdrinking, etc. These are in the mode of darkness or ignorance. And passion are all living entities. And sometimes a few percentage of person, they can be in the mode of goodness. So they have compassion, they are inquisitive about life, they want to have higher pursuits. So these are in the mode of goodness. So material world, only three types: passion, ignorance, and the goodness. And the combination of these three. So these are the reality in the material world. And we should become freed from these three modes and become transcendental. Because a mode of passion looks good, looks promising at the beginning, but always ends in misery. And mode of darkness, mode of ignorance, at the beginning it is full of suffering, and at the end it's also full of suffering. And mode of goodness, at the beginning looks like suffering, but at the end the results always good. It's like when we are sick and we see a doctor, so a little bit pain, little bit surgery at the beginning, but eventually we get cured, so become happy and healthy. So this is mode of goodness. So mode of goodness is better than passion and ignorance, but still it is material. It is not the best mode. It is not the best original situation. So we should become transcendental to all these modes, not only passion, ignorance, but also free from material goodness as well. Because the material is not pure. It is always tinged with the passion and the ignorance. So we should become free from all the modes. Everything in the material world, like eating, are composed of these three modes. And also lifestyle as well. So to overcome these modes, knowledge and practice. Like transcendental books like Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam, this Asian Indian philosophy and knowledge, it's very important. Most people, more than 99%, they have no knowledge about the soul, super soul, and the lifestyle beyond material. So Bhagavad Gita and just the book I just read. So it's a Bhagavad Gita and similar books. These books give us most important essential knowledge. And by daily hearing, daily meditation on this ancient wisdom, and daily applying this wisdom, we can become clear in consciousness and sharp in intelligence, pure in heart. And in that way, we can be happy. Otherwise, there's no happiness. So that's the main lesson for today. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.